Hello. So this is really crazy as I recently posted my Twist of Fate Atlas tree and strategy, and then I posted an updated version of it with the full map gameplay, and I dropped the Apothecary on the first map with the new setup. Now I created a classic strategy that uses Wandering Path, and in the first map that I recorded I dropped a Headhunter. This is really crazy lucky. I will post map gameplay of this strategy in the next video, so stay tuned. Now let's get into the actual Wandering Path strategy. In this video we will discuss Atlas tree and most important keystones, maps, sextants and scarabs, choice of map crafting option, map influence and Atlas mission. So in a nutshell, the crucial mods that we will be using are the following: Wandering Path to take advantage of the increased effect of small passives, Endless Tide to prevent unique Beyond bosses from spawning, as after they spawn it prevents Beyond monsters and portals from spawning, and 7th Gate to unlock Ambush map crafting option, which is what we need. Here's the Atlas tree. Link to the tree is in the description. Now let's discuss the most important keystones. The Wandering Path makes notable passives grant nothing, but it doubles the effect of small passives, so with this keystone I only grab good small passives and ignore notables. Keep in mind that we can still grab keystones. I'm not going to discuss all of the small passives, but the main goal is to get as much additional content bonuses as possible. I focused on Beyond, Abyss and Bridge. I don't grab Abyss chance points, as I will be using Abyss Scarab to get 100% chance. Some players will also want Expedition or Legion, but I don't have enough points for that, as some of them were spent for the next keystone, which is the 7th Gate. The 7th Gate unlocks all possible League map crafting options, and we need it to unlock the Ambush option. To unlock the 7th Gate, we also need to have all 6 gateways allocated. It takes a lot of points to get this, but I think it's definitely worth it in this setup. Next keystone is Endless Tide. It's really powerful option for juiced maps, as it prevents unique Beyond bosses from spawning, and after Beyond boss is spawned it prevents Beyond portals and monsters from spawning. So we don't get any unique bosses from Beyond, but we encounter much more Beyond monsters. The downside is 50% less portals merging radius, but since we are using Wandering Path, the bonuses to the increases of merging radius are doubled. In general, this keystone is very strong and perfect to be used with Wandering Path, but if you're not using Wandering Path, you might consider if using Endless Tide is the best option for you. Additionally, we will use Singular Focus, so I will only drop my favorite maps with 200% more chance, and all non-favorite maps will drop as a currency. This is good to drop a lot of specific maps of your choice that can be sold to other players for additional profit or used to sustain maps that you play. Now let's discuss the maps. I will not cover how to craft maps, but I posted a video with detailed information on how to craft maps for this specific strategy. The link is in the description. The goal is to play 20% Delirious Corrupted maps, which means we will use 1 Orb of Delirium on each map, and Val Orbit. Everything is explained in details in my video called How to Craft Maps for Magic Find. In our strategy we will sort them as we craft them to different groups. 4 and 5 modded Corrupted Delirious maps, which are called Bad maps, 6 modded Corrupted Delirious, which are called Normal maps, 6 modded Non-Corrupted Delirious with Beyond mod, Unidentified 6 modded Corrupted Delirious, and 8 modded Corrupted Delirious, which are called Good maps. Now let's discuss the sextants and scarabs for each of the specific mentioned map type. As my map crafting strategy video says, we only val 6 modded maps, so any 4 or 5 modded map would be bricked map. We want to run these maps cheap, or even put them aside and maybe sell them, so we don't run them at all, as they are not good compared to other maps. If you decide to run them, you should definitely use the Beyond Sextant and any 3 other sextants that you prefer. I would choose Mirrored Rare Monsters and players cannot take reflected damage, Rare maps contain additional rare monsters, and Abyss. You can also use other cheap sextants, so the map isn't over-invested. The scarabs for these maps are Rusted Abyss, Rusted Bridge, Polished Divination and Polished Reliquary. Same as with the sextants, you can also use any other cheap scarabs of your choice to control the expenses. Now 6 modded maps, which I call normal maps. Sextants for these maps are Beyond, 500% increased item quantity of strongbox monsters, strong boxes are rare and corrupted, and Abyss. Scarabs are Gilded Ambush, Gilded Divination, Gilded Reliquary and Abyss. Abyss can be either rusted, polished or gilded. It doesn't matter, as each of them just adds one Abyss. Now 6 modded non-corrupted Delirious with Beyond mod. I don't val 6 modded maps with Beyond because Beyond is too good to be rerolled. These maps uses same sextants and scarabs as 6 modded corrupted maps, except the Beyond sextant is replaced with Mirrored Rare Monsters sextant. You can replace Beyond sextant with any other sextant that you want, this is just my personal preference. Now the 6 modded maps that are unidentified. I use same sextants and scarabs as with 6 modded corrupted maps, but I replaced the Abyss for the unidentified maps increased pack size sextant. Now the 8 modded corrupted Delirious maps. This is what we want most and we will make the biggest profit on these maps. The setup is the same as on 6 modded corrupted maps, but we are replacing all of the gilded scarabs with the winged scarabs. Now this may be a bit controversial as winged scarabs are really expensive and it is a bit over investing, so it is also okay to use gilded scarabs or some winged mixed with some gilded depending on the preferences and market prices. Personally, I use 4 winged scarabs because I wanna have fun. Map crafting option choice is Ambush, which gives 4 additional strongboxes as we have massive sextant buffs to the IAQ of strongbox monsters, and that's why we unlock this option with the 7th gate on the Atlas. Map influence choice is Eater of Worlds. Atlas mission choice is Einhar, and if you're out of Einhar missions, just don't choose any mission at all. So this is the strategy. In the next video I will post a full map gameplay with this exact setup on a 8 modded map with 4 winged scarabs. I already recorded this map and I was super lucky to drop a headhunter with the first map that I played with this Atlas tree, which is crazy. This is not the only strategy that I will be using, I will also use a Twist of Fate strategy which I already posted on this channel and I think you should definitely check this out. Please let me know what do you think about this setup, and if you have tested it, what were the results? The Atlas tree setup is in the video description. Thanks for watching and good luck in the Ancestors League. See you!